Hello, fellow Star Voyagers, welcome back. Hey dude, first one here. Thank you very much for the resub, all the sub support. Long time now. We are lost in space. Again, still, forever. We will not play this forever, but this is an open-ended game. It will go on forever, so whenever we move on to something else, I think we can rest assured we'll be coming back to this. But it's perfect for right now. I am as aimless as this game. Perfect. Hope you're well, dude. Anyone out there lurking? Just getting here. Hey, the game loaded today. Yesterday we sat on that screen until we had to quit. I did play a little more last night and this morning. I'm rather hooked on this game. Glad you're doing well. That's how I'm doing. I'm hooked on this game. Other than that, I'm really they're linked. How am I doing? Trying not to think about this game does a fantastic job of distracting me from thinking about how I'm doing. So, game serves a very important purpose right now. I like it. I like it. I've gotten very frustrated with it at times. Mostly because I don't understand things. It's a little overwhelming. I try to learn too much too fast, try to force understanding of things that I just don't understand. That's okay. I did get some more upgrades. Here, look at something in the starship. I went ahead and dropped the rockets, and I learned how to pulse the phase beam without overheating, and then I bought an upgrade for it. 72% extra damage, 78% heat dispersion, and they're linked, so maybe there's even some unseen bonus. The phase beam, I took out a trio of pirates with it, so I think I can use it as a combat weapon. Dropped an economy scanner in there, but I'm not sure if I've seen the galaxy map where we'll see what that does, right? So, lost in space again with a little more I don't know, our ship is a little more durable, perhaps. It's not a fighter, it's a shuttle. Not the vendor I meant to go to, is it? We're checking vendors for, it was suggested that I look for some sort of, I'm on the wrong vendor. An upgrade module so that when I scan things, I get more units. So what I want to do, one of the first things I want to make a goal, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and we'll set other goals, because I don't want to go crazy looking for something I can't find. But the idea was that on any given space station, there's a really good chance of that mod showing up on this vendor, equivalent vendor. But this vendor doesn't have that. Shield module and a phase beam module. I've actually bought one of those shield modules. It's installed here. 40% shield strength. So I'll be a little more willing to get into a fight. As for where we're going, I did get the anomaly to show up in the correct system. And it's interesting, I want to stay here for a minute and think about what happened and what's going on with this. Yesterday, Nada and Polo, we visited them, we summoned them in the anomaly to another system, talked with them, but the quest wasn't updating because it wanted us to speak to Nada and Polo on board the station, look up above. There's a strange space station in this system. So at the time when the timer on this repeating quest, when the timer counted down, I guess it triggered a situation, set up a situation where we could only trigger the quest to advance if we summon them in that system. So I don't know. It's not the biggest deal. We teleport back to whatever system it is. But I think this means that we need to visit them again, even though I haven't made more progress and they won't really have anything for me. I guess we could ask them for a gift. They want to help us on our journey. We could get some information about the Atlas path from Nada or a gift. And Polo, I don't know. Let's just go see. Scatter Blaster. We pick up some Pugnium today. We can make that Scatter Blaster. Not exactly sure why it showed up as a mission, though. Let's check in with Nada and Polo. Let's do that. Anomaly's already in this system, so we probably can't summon them closer, huh? If I just point at nothing and if we were in a system they weren't in, they would show up at that point. It's weird, huh? Now that we have an economy scanner, when we next jump to a new system, and we will, let's try and find one that has a healthy economy, where we can make some money, and maybe we'll even find a nice frigate today. We've been avoiding taking the free frigate. So we'll see what the next one that appears is that we have to rescue, and if it's any better than the last one. Back from taking the dogs out. It's getting pretty hot today. Woo, so I'm cooling down. I got cream soda, almost gone. Is good. You gotta make it gone while it's cold. I don't think much is gonna come of this. I just spoke to them, but the timer is counted down again. I want to see what happens. Transmit data. We're not gonna have much new data. You might token 50 nanites. Polo's busy, just leave. So, follow up to what I was saying, trying to learn how this, the countdown, recurring quest, and the need to be in the right system all ties together. We're on board the Anomaly, in this system. Not the wrong system, the right system. But talking to Polo doesn't seem to do us any good right now, even though there's... Oh, come on, I just spoke to you! Alright, game's a little buggy. It's hard to know when the game's working as intended and the player's confused, or when the game's buggy and the player's confused because the game's buggy. It's hard to know. I told him a tale of action this morning. Because of our tale of action yesterday, where we got trapped in a aggro state under attack by sentinels that wouldn't go into a searching state, and we got chased all over a planet and into space and back down, and had to flee through a portal to a world that, as it turns out, is over 700,000 light years away. I could show you next time we're at a... Actually, I could show you next time we're off this menu. Yeah, we went that far across the universe to flee sentinels and came back. That was a tale of action. How about a tale of wonder? Remember these sights, friend. Hold on to them as tightly as you hold on to your own life, tightly as you hold a dear friend. Please, I have made you this new tool to help make new memories. Indium Drive, blue stellar bodies. So that's cool. I think that's the blueprint. Now, friend, I have finished with the dictionary you made for me. So much to learn. Perhaps you wish to help me further. Of course. Units this, units that. Strange, sad way to live a life, eh? Fill your pockets, we'll find out why they make all these worlds go round. Polo's muzzle breaks into a wide, warm smile. Maybe too wide, given the short length of our friendship. Perhaps the jovial Gek feels lonely out there. They engage me and talk of wealth. How does an economy function when somehow stretched across an entire galaxy? Polo would welcome any insights, encouraging me to accrue units. If you say so, earn units to collect trade data for Polo. Have we already earned enough? So, okay, we have. Huh. I guess we're advancing Polo's quest a couple times here. Before we do, I should back up a moment to say that when I spoke to them this morning, they gave me the first clues of what they are. I didn't realize I was going to get something unique. I would very well have saved it for here. It was just a few lines of dialogue from each of them. But what I came away with, they have been traveling, perhaps for a very long time. Very long time. They're out of touch with what's going on. And that's why they want us to gather information for them about races and interactions and lots of things. But it's their fascination with those things that led them to travel. They're each uniquely different from others in their species. Two different species. Nada is a machine life form and Polo is organic. But they both have incredible curiosities for the universe, and they are traveling to explore those curiosities. And at this point, they need us to reconnect with some of them. That was my takeaway. If anyone knows any more, cares to share. Aha, you have sampled the economies of many systems bartered to beat the trade lord's pricing? Ready now to rival any magnet Gek, yes? Yes. Yeah. Polo analyzes the trading logs from my ship and my exosuit, creating an incomprehensible graph from the results. They laugh as if at a shared joke. Polo tells me that their fellow Gek are the most foolish species of all. Money is not real. Nothing is real. They tell me that only friendship matters, offering me the gift of a new technology in demonstration. They're also philosophers, both. Which is great. Exosuit tech, multi-tool tech, starship tech. Drop pods have, we're working on expanding our inventory. When we get to a new system, new space station, we can buy some storage, one slot, and put it in tech or cargo or main inventory. I'm trying to take the advice of going tech first. Opened up a few slots, and there are a few more we can open. So, exosuit, maybe? Multi-tool. We have at this point, about a 30-40% broken B-class rifle. Way more slots than the gun we started with, even in its broken state. I've been repairing slots. We could, for some units, free up a few more slots, and heck, I could fix the whole thing if I was willing to spend on it, but I'd rather do it as we go. And I don't have that many parts to put in the multi-tool that I want anyways. We could try for another one and see if it's worth opening up another slot in the tool. Starship tech. Right now, I just reworked some stuff in our Starship tech slots. Now, we can put things in the main inventory of the Starship. We can put technology there too, but that's valuable storage space. I don't think I'm willing to sacrifice anymore right now. We've got a shield boost, a hyperdrive, the phase beam, a boost for the phase beam, a good one, and the economy scanner, and our Starship tech slots are full. I'm gonna go for another exosuit upgrade. But, clever. Strong suit, a long life, friend. given me much to consider. Please, I must take some time. Go explore. Find interesting stories. I'll let you know when I'm ready. Now we got the timer. There we go. 2-hour timer, and I think the system we're in when that timer ends is the system that we will have to spawn them in order to progress the quest. Let's say we're in system A when that timer comes down, and I don't notice it, and we don't go there, and we leave, and we go to other systems. Doesn't matter if we call Polo and not over there, it's not going to trigger until we come back to the system A and call it there. That's what I think. I also don't know a whole hell of a lot. I'm just figuring it out. About the inventory, I resorted some stuff, but it's still somewhat organized. Basic stacks, the carbons, the sodium, oxygen, ferrite, cobalt, copper, chromatic metal. We go through so much of all those things, I feel the need still to carry them with me. Multiple stacks in some cases. The tools, you know, we don't always need the signal booster or the blueprint analyzer with us, especially the blueprint analyzer. That's a wasted slot. I should really leave that at a base we teleport to if we need to use it. Or make another one in the field. They're not that expensive to make. So we should drop that off or dump it sometime. You can see it has no value. 10 units, it's as worthless as anything. Life support module. Significant upgrade for the life support module. That would be one of these slots. That's a significant upgrade for the life support module, and it says tanks 5%. That's one we crafted, so crafted ones are generally lower value than looted ones. Look, these both do jetpacks. This is a crafted one, B grade, 20% tanks. This is a looted one, C grade, should be worse, 100% tanks. So, I'm learning, I'm trying. This, nitrogen drain, life support tanks, 5%, has a very, basically has the same description as this. This is life support power, not tanks. I installed one of these I got as a reward earlier, and it increased nothing. It had like a blank spot and then a period, and it had no stats after installing it. So let's install this. Worst that could happen is we get nothing. It was a gift anyways. Solar panel power 3%. That does not sound significant. Does it sound significant? That doesn't sound very significant, and that doesn't sound very significant. So if we want to, we could drop those. Keeping that. The rocket boots are probably not working. From what I've read, they're not working. We can recraft them later if they're patched to work. Does anyone know if they're being fixed in the upcoming... What's the number? Is it a 155? Is that the version patch that's coming soon? Saber, what's happening? Yeah, so we can mess with those slots. We can get more slots. But for now, why don't we go to a new system? Let's go. I got juice in the hyperdrive. And I spend a little time this morning trying to understand this menu. It's crazy. It makes me crazy. D-pad left, right. Forget the filters for now. I haven't figured out much of that. But the destination, D-pad left, right. We can switch. Black holes, I don't know. Custom waypoint, if I have one set. Free Explorer, back to that. Galactic Core, is a good point to say something about it. You see that orange line? I can now... this was a mechanic I didn't understand. You see how it's kind of like filling a circle on another node? When you use the D-pad to select a path, and that can be a path to a quest, or to the Galactic Core, or the Atlas. Anyways, when you have a path line, you can use the analog stick to move, and if you hold, you can move from system to system along a predicted path. I suppose that's not the only path you could take. If this system is the suggested system on the way there, you might be able to move to one of the systems that was in the foreground right here. We just kind of zoomed past it. I'm sure you could be a little creative about your path, as long as you stuck near the line. Or maybe you have to follow it exactly. I doubt you do, though. So there are paths to different things, including your own waypoints and big game objectives. And it's a very daunting map. If we get into Free Explorer, at least that is kind of neat. Just zoom out, and you can just go anywhere, although you can get lost really fast. It's a big universe. So let's jump back to our location. If I select D-pad over to Atlas Station, what it says is from this system, we could travel back to that system, which is the system we started in, and then move down to this system, which I haven't been in, and there's an Atlas Station. At least I don't think we've been there. I don't think we've been to this system. I don't think we've been to that station. Economy. Our economy scanner might be the reason we have this data, even though we haven't been there yet. I think we can now get data about whatever. I don't know how we scan across the galaxy, but whatever. Maybe it has limits. For now, it looks like we can see a mathematical economy, low supply. Not ideal if we're trying to get to a rich trading system, but if we're trying to get to Atlas Station, then our goal is other. Okay, so what are we trying to do? I don't have any side quests right now, or custom waypoints. We can go to that Atlas Station. Why don't we do that? Let's do that. So first thing I want to see is, can we jump there in one shot? The line and nodes suggest not. Out of jump range, unable to warp. If we jump back to Guyadaw Kane, and we might get hung up in the system. We might find a frigate under attack and go to rescue it, and we might end up with the Starship Chaos, the SC-1, or not. We'll see what happens. Why don't we go there and see what happens. So we'll hang out for a minute in case a frigate comes under attack and we get a message about that. The pulse beam, phase beam, was I calling it the pulse beam? The phase beam, it now doesn't overheat very quickly, and it's got a heck of a range. What I was doing with the original version had to do was pulse it, as was suggested, but I had to get a feel for just how light you had to pulse it, and now we actually can get almost 2 seconds out of it without overloading. Oh, there's a incoming transmission, source unknown. You are not alone. Please identify yourself. I am. Last time I remained silent. There. You left me. Why did you? Tell them you don't understand. Of course you'd say that. Of course you'd. Just like the others. What others? There's no reply. The communicator falls silent, though the channel remains open. Coordinates received. Awakenings. Travel to the stranger's coordinates. Well, like I said, we might have our plans changed for us. Hi, Yui. says, hi guys. You doing good out there? Hope. Saber, anyone getting here? Yeah, it's Saturday. Weekend. Full swing. Ah, I think I am cooled down now. That soda helped. Got the wrong target here, but that's okay. I'm gonna break off in a few seconds. Ranger's coordinates. Skimming the atmosphere. So thin up here. Our base, you didn't miss a thing. Not much. I went to the Anomaly, Dr. Polo and Nada again. We've got the countdown running with them. I was talking about inventory, reorganizing stuff. Some things I learned. I was talking about the galaxy map. It's good to see you. And then when we were going to go to Atlas Station, following the path on the galaxy map, which I spent some time trying to learn and understand earlier today. But we got to the system and we got a stranger's coordinates for our Awakenings path. You know, this is early game still. We're only 60 hours in. The game's still trying to teach us how to play, right? Isn't it just, yeah, it's such a pleasure to play here. Although I'm really enjoying this too, responding to what you said. Yeah, it's amazing. Parched sand, Sentinels average, flora frequent, and fauna ample, 23C. And a crashed starship. You guys got to stop me from salvaging. Oh god, it's a B class 26 plus 7, and we've got a B class 22 plus 5. The temptation is going to be to salvage it, even though it has a probably gonna be broken as hell. Don't let me salvage this thing, okay? It's gonna be really tempting, but it's not the biggest profile, but that would still block the camera, I think, a fair bit. Saw what happened with the last one, right? Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, look at it, though. Just see how blown everything is. I got a lot of practice repairing the ships. It's not a bad find, but it's not the best coloring. It's got a green tinge, neon green tinge on a flat gray, and it's not a particularly, you know, it's not my favorite design. It looks cool from a distance. I don't really want to fly that thing. I bet it's not the most fun thing to fly. All right, those needed platinum. Those are fixable with platinum. That's gold and lesser stuff. The hull fractures are chromatic metal. Oh, I spent some time repairing the last one before giving up on it. So we can fix those for free, and we can probably fix the containment failures for free, and the shattered bulwarks for free. Radiation leaks? Can't remember. Rusted circuits? I'm pretty sure we can fix those. Those might have been chromatic metal, maybe cobalt. This might be fixable. The damaged gears is the one thing that's going to cost money. But wait, what about its tech slots? Damaged gears. These take 5 tech modules each, and the tech modules cost 60,000, right? Something like that. Yeah, so what we would end up paying for is a lot of tech modules. We could fix almost everything else for free, but the tech modules would cost us Let's see, how many do we have? 3 damaged gears, and, I don't know. Let's just assume that's what it was. Do we want to put $1 million into fixing this up? The reckless mirror? We can't change the appearance, right? Can't change the appearance. But you're supposed to talk me out of salvaging another ship. We don't even know how this thing's gonna fly. Although we could fix the hyperdrive and the pulse engine and, or just the pulse engine, get it off the ground and see how it flies. Why not? Last time I spent a whole stream fixing up a ship and then 4 or 5 hours after the stream and then dumped it because it was gonna be too costly. So right about these parts, magnetized ferrite and chlorine. We don't have any chlorine right now, but chlorine's gettable. We don't have to buy it. But the tech modules we gotta buy, and this does require 5. Plus, chromatic metal, 300 is a lot. 150, it really adds up. We have to spend, if we do this, we're spending the stream fixing this ship. That's the other reason. And it looks like it has this nice value of 3.3 mil, but it won't. Once we begin to salvage it, you see what ours has, a value of about 1 mil. It'll look more like that for some reason. I don't know, it happened to the last one with, even after I'd fixed most of it up, its value had only gotten up to about 1.3. Yo! Rango, cheers. This relationship is getting a bit serious, eh? Thank you, sir. Thank you. You're out there. Cheers. Take the good stuff for your own pretty bird. So, what are our options? We can break stuff down if it's ours, and I could take the ship without fixing anything and then break down efficient thrusters, but we wouldn't get efficient thrusters, we'd get a tech module. Probably still worth doing. And we can't break down all the broken stuff. It doesn't, we don't get anything from that. That's our job to repair if we want this craft. So we can take it and it becomes ours, and then we can summon it. But it's this busted ship that, can you even get rid of a ship? Does anybody know? Please, if anyone knows. Once we've accumulated a bunch of junkers, and we get a frigate, and our frigate is filled with junkers, can we even get rid of them? Or do we have to trade them in for other ships? What if you just don't want it? You want to salvage, just dump the ship. Anyways, it's free, we can take it. The exchange is a different process. We're not trying to exchange, even though that's free too. Yeah, the only thing we'd be able to break down is that, and we'd get 1 tech module worth 60K. So you can think about it for a minute. I still think we should leave it. Signal beacon, sodium nitrate. Bio input sensor, chromatic metal. There are no signs of life. There's only the static of a broken communicator. Alright, I'll take your records. Whatever message was once here has been scrambled beyond recovery. All I extract is the pilot's name, Artemis. Artemis. There, I kept hearing that mentioned, and I had no idea when we hear it in-game. You guys mentioned Artemis. Whoever they were, they're long gone. The only other uncorrupted data is a set of plans, an upgrade for my mining beam. Pulse Spitter, specialist rapid fire weapon, Tyrium and a tech module. So, Refine deuterium. And what can we refine deuterium from? Dihydrogen? In a medium or a large refiner. But we don't have a medium, or let alone a large refiner, right? We have a portable refiner. Huh. Stop me if I'm wrong here, but we're not going to be able to create deuterium. Maybe we'll have to buy deuterium or get to the point where we can make a medium refiner. And what is that going to take? You're welcome to share. Please, anybody knows anything, tips are welcome. You can leave my questions unanswered. I ramble a lot. Or, if you're so inclined, we've been on this planet before. I wonder if we haven't been to this grave before. Definitely have been burned by a number of waypoints. I went to a drop pod this morning. I asked someone for directions and was given directions to a drop pod. I went down to a planet's surface to that newly marked drop pod, and it was an empty drop pod I'd already used. I don't trust the waypoints in this game at all, but I'll work with them best I can. That jetpack boost is really nice. The 100% bonus we got. Sail a lot further when trying to cover quite a distance. If I can get a little thrust, save a little bit, I can be way up in the air and just catch a little thrust at the bottom to avoid breaking a leg. Nothur's final log. Traced signal to Korvax. I wanted to. Granted with convergence in exchange for price extraction from my mind. Their wrist recovered. I gained their. Lied to us. Convergence abets. Sentinels provided with tribute. Carapace to Korvax helped them conceal. They are coming. Fire, please step back. The fallen traveler's grave is marked by a glyph, an epitaph of some ancient technology. Though the glyphs may be bugged, even though I don't understand the glyphs, we did go through a portal yesterday with the one glyph we had, even though we may have looted multiple graves. So it says we got a glyph. It says glyph. Well, it says 2 of 16. I don't know if we got that message before. But, was it Rabbit Bunny said she was not, that the glyphs were bugged, and not, somebody said the glyphs were bugged. Dihydrogen. No, I'm not going to be able to craft this, right? Why am I collecting dihydrogen? We weren't even given the recipe for deuterium. I want to try. We've got, we have to set it, not use this. Alternate mode, change secondary weapon, plasma launcher, geocannon. Okay, okay. I don't know if this is gonna work. Probably not. I'll just, we get the dihydrogen. No, I just nuked it. Well, that didn't look too useful.
Critical damage taken.
Hey, Tomalag, I nearly killed myself with an explosive that did very little.
Falling.
So, how is that useful? Yo, yo. Well, ouch. Yeah, ouch and then some. It seems like the splash damage... Hey, I got an idea. Just gotta test this, though. Okay. I don't know. Gotta make really sure I don't kill myself with this thing. Ecology cannon. Oh, I can quick toggle through them. Nice. Well, I don't know if that geocannon. Has anyone found a good use for the geocannon? That seems like such a small area mined. Unless you were using it as a weapon for. Got a plasma launcher. That was a gift, a reward. Less critical damage taken. So this ship, you know, our ship is not the biggest. It's not the looker, but it's really small profile, and I've gotten used to flying it. And I just put some upgrades into its tech slots. I am not going to take the reckless mirror. That would be a mirror of reckless behavior. Anyways, I am going to add it to our collection, but not take it with. And I'll see if I can break anything down from it. Buy it for 0 units. Technically ours. If we want to get it off the planet or be able to call it, even hypothetically, gotta at least get the pulse engine fixed too. Hermetic seal, metal plating. Metal plating, we just need a little ferrite dust. And if we want a tech module from its efficient thrusters, and I'll take it. But I don't think we can break anything else down. Can't break down primary components. It doesn't have anything in its tech slots. So, let me just grab some ferrite dust. Ferrite, that won't do. That ferrite's too good. I need the crappy ferrite. Little bit of dust. How much did we need for a metal plate? 50 units. Okay. Okay, 50 units and metal plating and fix the pulse engine.
Technology repaired.
We're just gonna fly it. We're not going anywhere, we're just taking it off the ground. Just wanna see how this thing moves. Do a barrel roll. Yeah, see, it feels weird to me flying in ground effect with a big-ass ship. And there's all these things. It's not that big, but it feels big. And when you're trying to I don't know, maneuver around asteroids and stuff. It's just too big. So we'll hop back in ours. Just a moment here. Looks very Star Warsy. There are a few that do. Pugnium. But I do have Pugnium. But I do. Wrong craft. Switch craft. Primary starship switched. Now I have access to... No. Just one part. Just the pulse engine. Although if we don't fix its hyperdrive, I'm not sure if it can be called. Does anyone know? Do we need to fix the hyperdrive in order to have access to call the craft? Probably not, because things teleport with you, and you don't have to have fuel in the hyperdrive for that to work. Yeah, I just wanted to give it a test whirl, and yeah, get it out of the hole in the ground, I guess. So here's something cool. This is not the deuterium we need for that weapon, but this deuterium-rich plant gives our jetpack a boost, and for 10 or 15 seconds, we just get unlimited jetpacking. Of course, you don't want to be up too high in the air, because it doesn't last very long. But you can use that to cruise a few hundred meters or whatever. So refined deuterium. What does anyone know about a medium or a large refiner? I'm going to go Google that. But if anyone knows, you're welcome to share. No Man's Sky, medium refiner. Refiner. Medium and large need no fuel because they're connected to the power supply of your base. Oh, we're going to need a bigger base. We have a shack on some world. It can combine 2 and 3 materials, respectively, into a new material very efficiently. Of course, we can only put one thing in a refiner. Of course, we can't combine dihydrogen and deuterium. Oh. By process. 2 separate dihydrogen inputs are required. Make deuterium. Got it. They're obviously not portable. To build it, you need 200 chromatic metals, sodium nitrate, microprocessors. You can build them in large rooms, not wooden, and on freighters. So, how? But that's another thing that was bugged. Is it just the large, or is it medium and large? Someone was saying, might have been Rabbit Bunny, was talking, and Spider was asking about large refiners, and then it came up that they might be bugged. Their output is bugged. They're not correctly processing recipes. Arbesa, what do you think of the game so far? You considered buying it at one point, but the negative feedback kind of scared you off. As I understand it, it's a completely different game. I just started, but what it is now is so much more than what it was. Probably not evaluating it based on what it was is not gonna help anybody at this point. It's that different. So, people who are so soured that they're never gonna touch it again, so be it. But anybody who didn't play it before and heard bad things, can't really go by that. It's not that game anymore. That's what I understand. I didn't play it before. Build a pulse spitter. Well, we're probably going to end up buying deuterium just to clear this out of the journal. So, are we going on to that Atlas station, or are we going... in search of deuterium? Not so worried about what is for Awakenings. It's not just a random make this something. Unknown signal. Where? Is there anyone out there? It's outside. Something's wrong with. I ask the stranger what's wrong. There is a moment's pause. The only sound I hear is the background hiss of cosmic radiation. You found me. There's so little light. I thought I'd never hear another soul again. I really did. How did you find my voice? Say you found a crashed ship. Tell the stranger about the abandoned starship wreck and how I found their communicator ID in the distress beacon. It's outside, but I think I'm safe. There are 16 of them. They look just like... Where or ask about the 16? We're curious about the 16, but we might need a waypoint. Fear and confusion dance within the eyes of the stranger. After a few moments of silence, they turn to me, imploring. You don't know who you are, do you? It lied to me. It lied to all of... Sound cuts out, but their face lingers on, silent before it too fades into nothingness. Artemis needs my help. I need to find a way to boost the signal. That's more interesting. Locate a long-distance transmitter. Search base computer archives. Base computer has continued its archive recovery program. Data is recovered periodically and converted into buildable blueprints. Search base computer archives. Stored additional data. Target outside local system. Consult galaxy map. Aha. So we were going to... Map here. We were going to go to the Atlas station, but I think we have a new path. We have an Artemis path on here now. There's that Atlas station path. We were going to head down there. We still could. Come back. Or current mission. Path selected. Current mission. Is back into the system where we started. Okay.
Smoke weed every day.
You'd recommend hitting up the Atlas? Alright, Chronic, let's do it. You. Go hit up the Atlas. I spent some time trying to figure out how the galaxy map worked this morning, and the paths and following them. Ah, so much stuff. The economy scanner tells us this is not a great place. You also wanted me to find a system with a good economy, but one thing at a time. I played around with the phase beam so I can fire that thing without overheating it, and then I got an S-class upgrade for it. So now I can actually fire it for almost 2 full seconds. Optionally. Journey milestone accomplished. The stars like dust. Let's see if we get a frigate to defend before we go anywhere. Hollow terminus detected. Fiery planet. Wet from up here. A barren planet. Radioactive planet. Fugitive attack ship. Dangerous. Bounty. Wait, I have the bounty or he has the bounty? Oh, I could go after him for 200k. Well, I thought we were getting attacked. I don't need to go after him for 200k. You guys should go after him. Rumi Major, low atmosphere planet, sodium, pure ferrite, copper. So we've got a bounty we could go after, the Atlas station to go into, the space station to get an inventory slot, and all these planets potentially to check out. That's just in one of an infinite number of systems. Goodwin, what's up? Yes, that was that emote kind of went like that, didn't it? And your current ship? Yeah, probably not. You're saying the bounty? Don't go after the bounty in a shuttle? Even though I got my new phase beam upgraded? No, I hear ya. That was probably a bad idea. All right, Atlas station first, and then maybe the regular space station. I do that in the other order. Yeah, let's just check in at the space station here, see if they have that upgrade while I'm thinking about it. We're looking for that. Get more units for scanning upgrade. Right. These space stations are pretty cool looking. I guess that works. Whoops. How does I directions? I'm sure you have a good reason for said Atlas first. Alas, I caught it too late. See that thing just warp away? Like poof. See what guns on the wall here. Heavy voltage entangler. Better scanner. Domalak, now you see me, now you don't. Yeah. He cloaked. Phase beam. So what's it even called? The upgrade that lets us get money for scanning. What's its name? I don't think I've even spotted it. Yeah, I'm enjoying my rifle. I just need to fix up a few more slots as we need them. There's something you need a destabilized sodium for. Places the conventional photon optics. Experimental glass array. Let's see, that would take 2 tech modules, and we could replace the nonlinear optics with that and pair it with the photon cannons. What do you think? Let's do that. I'll buy a couple tech modules and try that out. In the exosuit upgrades, I've been checking the wrong vendor. Sweet. Wait, this is... yeah, multi-tool. Yeah, I've been checking the wrong vendors. Cool. Well. I was checking like multi-tool vendor, I think, when I was looking for that. And we're on the Starship vendor now. I'm very confused, but you know I get very confused, so don't worry about me being very confused. Efficient thrusters. Not sure I'm going to install them in our ship, but let's get the blueprint anyways.
Received.
Rear delimiter. We have a better one installed, but one day we might want that. Okay, toxic protection, shield, thermal protection, and well, now that I can start checking the right vendors, I'll keep an eye out for it. Gah. Non-linear optics. Hold on, so this one said this is for the photon cannon. The one I just bought, was it not? Was it called something else? Oh, it's, I can't see it on the list anymore. The one I just bought. You can look at it if I go to one of these slots and try to craft it. Oh, I got a recipe for the Atlas Pass from, not from Polo, I think. So, that's kind of neat. We could make those and get into some secure places now. What was it even? Install tech. Too many things. Photon cannon. It does say for the photon cannon. That nonlinear optics. Stay with me here, Chronic, if you're still there. Replaces the photon cannon optics with the experimental glass array. But so, what did you say about it? Applies to a different weapon. Sounds like it applies to the photon cannon and changes it drastically. Could they just be using the name nonlinear optics for lots of different things? It even has a similar description for... It's a typo? Really? It's a, which part? That it goes for photon cannon? So, based on its graphic, it goes for the infra knife. It works with this, right? Based on its graphic, not the photon cannon? Okay. Okay. A lot of bugs. Alright. Cactus flesh. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I bet. I bet. That stuff's confusing when you don't know what's a bug and what's not. Because the game, in its functional, as intended state, is very confusing. So to additionally not know what's a bug and what's intended, ay, 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 ay. Hey, it's a traveler. Language is the basis of all trade, is it not? Let's make a deal then. Offers directions to a place of interest. Anomalous subspace signal detected. Somewhere. Where? An unknown grave. Hey, we were talking about glyphs and whether they were bugged yesterday. We went to a grave a few minutes ago and it did pop up. It said 2 of 16 glyphs. Does that mean we actually acquired another glyph, or was that bugged in what it said, and we still only have one, even though it said 2 of 16? Any guesses? Sure, man. Do it. There's, save it. I didn't really talk to very many at the station here. Wanted to get the inventory slot. I wanted to check for the exosuit upgrade, and let's go to the Atlas station.
Warning. Threat detected.
Bounties. But you're saying don't go after the bounties? Find glyphs, good tactic. It is if it works, maybe. How you doing, Bob? Here's Atlas station. It'll be in the log if you got it. What part of the log? Milestone somewhere in here? Where would it be? Discoveries, it'll say portal glyphs. But how on that work? Because it's a timeline of places. I'll come back to it. Drinking froze all day. It's hot. It is a hot day. Had a ice cold cream soda right at the start of the stream. It was so good. What are these orange? We got here. Not the tritium. The orange is platinum. I thought the ones that were kind of greenish were platinum in the other system. Crunch!
Warning. Threat detected.
Kind of fun trying not to collide with asteroids. Simple pleasures, simple pleasures. Don't clip that thing. Don't clip that thing. Too close. I can't even see where its entrance is at. Yeah, it seems like it. Is that a port? Not a port. Is that where the icon is? Oh, this thing is too big up close. Maybe it's under milestones on DC. Wait, I saw it. Possibly. I guess not. When we got here, I thought I saw a way in. When we got here and I passed by it, I thought I saw something. I just tried to go into. The entrance will look similar to the normal entrance. I just haven't found the right side yet. Ow. There we go. Learn the Viking word for restore by walking in here. Like portals? Like different portals. Also, you see those little blue orbs along the path? Make sure you run over them. I was looking at them, saying run over them, huh? Ah, that's why we got a word. They're words. I'm gonna go run over all of them. Let me? Solid? Solid ground? Shit. I thought I was gonna fall. Okay, but those disappeared without granting a word. Maybe I broke the rules? Was supposed to stay on the path or something? Yeah, there's not on the path. Will not give you anything. A warp cell. Useful for a traveler. Twecker Gore Singularity. The Atlas called me to this interface, and yet its purpose remains unclear. It demands worship. It demands obedience. It welcomes me. It knows what I am. It offers the gift of true understanding. But why? Why does such power and knowledge crave submission? It knows my thoughts before I know them myself. It knows what I will do. The Atlas asks me to follow its path. Milestone, Pathfinder, or above. You can accept the Atlas path or refuse. I'm all for interesting things, so. Now, Atlas path, Artemis path. Are they separate, connected, or at odds? Do any of those three conditions describe the Atlas and Artemis paths? Separate, connected, or at odds? I would guess that that you could follow both. Time notwithstanding, you could probably do everything. Unless they're somehow at odds. I guess that's the real question. One doesn't lock off another. I'd have to hope. Let's accept. We game players, we are very obedient. Game says do this, we do that. Just click this, we click that. I will accept this. The sky is deep and full of wonders, and the path to enlightenment opens to me. Captured nanode. Unique valuable curiosity. Made from chromatic metal. Atlas seed containing zonally shifted quasi-stellar substrate. Warning, do not allow a matrix to commune with this dimensional space. The Artemis quest seems to still be active. Didn't find the next interface. Nada and Polo may be able to assist. Artemis right where it was. When you get certain blueprints and it shows up as a secondary mission, I don't really know why that is. They don't all when you get blueprints. If you don't want to craft that right now and you abandon the mission, assume you don't lose the blueprint. Because that would be weird. Let's, base computer archives. Put that away. We never found glyphs on the menu. Should we look again? Check milestones a little more carefully. Words, unit, ship, sentinel, space. Viking. Next milestone, Magellan in 3 milestones. Gek, word systems mission standing. Viking. Word systems mission the same. Merchants Guild. Units, plants. Sentinels, pirates. Rare creatures, distance warped. Not appear to be under milestones. Guide. Portal glyphs. Catalog. There. Guide. Catalog. Portal glyphs. 2. But we did actually get another glyph. It took. Do we already really have recipes for all that tech, or is that just stuff we've encountered? Might be stuff we have recipes for. We're on our way to actually having most of the basic recipes. Crafted products is a much bigger list. The tech recipes are the ones we actually have most of. Most of that's for base building, I would guess. Large freighter rooms. Oh, there aren't too many we don't have. You know, I have technology anymore. Good Lord. Our lives are so bombarded by so much stuff of our own creation. Is anyone a fan of the old movie, The Gods Must Be Crazy? Well, beginning of that movie, one of my favorite lines, which it's not really the dialogue, it's the spirit of the message. We're getting attacked. Or we're getting attacked by.
Warning. Threat detected.
Platinum? You want our platinum? Well, you can't have it. Oh shit, how many ships? Oh, fuck that! How many ships? Was that 5 ships or was I tripping? I think maybe we should actually try to outrun them. I was gonna dogfight, but 5 ships? I don't know. Be a bad plan. I don't want to go 28 minutes. I wonder what it'll take to lose them. Oh! Asteroids! Too many asteroids! Just crashing. Okay, did we lose them? I don't see the red arrow anymore, just the Atlas station marker. Think that was a good idea? Not getting into a fight with 5. Although I am kind of itching to try out my phase beam, upgraded phase beam. Base computer archives. It means use our base computer or make a new one. I finally caught on with that message. Try it out when a capital ship is being attacked by pirates. Good call. Whole new world. Burning air, limited sentinels, rich flora fauna. But burning air. Thank you, light. Carnivorous plant. Burning air sounds like Florida. Yeah, I don't think we'll make our base here. Burning air. Red tinge around the screen. Hello. Corporal Hawa. Vikine. Enemy. Something enemy. Enemy. Vikine. Lifeform clicks their heels together in an authoritarian fashion. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. That's not an authoritarian fashion. Before plunging a syringe dripping with corrosive green liquid into my arm. Ah! Holographic images of 2 alien races appear in my visor. A small reptilian figure and a taller lifeform in a metal casing. Warrior snarls at me and their fingers hover over the injector, which can surely cause damage to life, limb, or equipment. They demand an answer. Is my rank that high? Vikine rank? Accomplice, it might be. I'm gonna pull rank. Warrior apologizes profusely for its transgression. They shower me with gifts and begs forgiveness. That's right. Pulled rank. Hey, Rain. Want to scream sometimes. Not even yell at people, just scream. Yeah, I do know that feeling. Yeah. I hope I can Keep it chill.
Incoming storm.
Game does get me kind of worked up sometimes, though. E-class Ozone Hunter. Wait, there's screaming involved? Hope not. Nah, we don't need to switch it up. We'll keep working on the rifle. I like the rifle I've got. Busted as it may be. Half busted. What he's got? Got drop pod coordinate data. Yes! That's worth 200k. Yes, it's worth 200k. Wouldn't it be worth 200k to you? That's 2 more inventory slots. I'm thinking it's worth it. Need to dump anything on the market? I don't know, why am I sitting on so much nav data? Sell some of that nav data. Clean up here. Add de-scented pheromone bottles. Ooh. Lemium. Phosphorus. The only time you should bother upgrading your multi-tool is if you find a better class, experimental, or alien multi-tool. Huh. I got this. The one I got was an upgrade for free. It was from a shady NPC. I actually lost standing with the race when I took it from him. He gave it to me for free. It was this big busted rifle. Been pretty sweet. It even looks good. Nice color scheme. Is it blue or is it all silver? I think it's blue and silver. Have to look at our gun, but. There's
Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
drop that right into the ship. We're gonna use that. Okay. So, Rain, I hope things move towards chill. Yeah. This is nasty. Firestorm.
Technology recharge.
It took both. Okay. That's fine. Make sure that grave is still marked. You know, I have issues with waypoints. Since you can't do the same thing with waypoints in the ship. That tagged. And the chill tea. Hey, what have we here? It's 2 landing pads before we even got to the grave. Okay, what do we call this? Thalos, are you talking about the badge? Whole bunch of subs were gifted by DBA Bob. Or what?
Technology recharge.
Recruit. The alien is intimidating, to say the least. The stance is not one of aggression. Instead, they appear to be asking for my help. Hope you don't want me to feed the locals. Are there ever any good quests you get from NPCs here? They turn almost as if they do not expect to see me again. Destroy planetary depots. That the mission you just gave us? That one? Atlas Pass V2. We can now craft Atlas Pass V1s. Observatory 3987, 9873, 8739, 7398. Thanks to its recent repairs, the observatory still functions. It leaps into life as I enter the digits, showing the location of a new destination deep within the cosmos. I got a scrap rifle from someone and I've been repairing it. In terms of upgrades, do you mean what have I put in it? Ancient ruin off planet. It's stupidly broken. It's also easy to fix if we want to throw the money at it. Like, just take 6 tech modules for those 3 slots, and the only thing I'd be short for these is microprocessors, and we can just make the rest. But yeah, it would cost if we want to upgrade it, or we just wait until I happen to be sitting on microprocessors. I don't even have enough stuff yet to put in all the slots, so I don't know what else I would want. I just tried out the Geo Cannon. That was kind of disappointing. Maybe it'd be better with upgrades. Maybe I don't know how to use it. Plasma launcher. Got that. Haven't tried it yet. Bolt caster. I've just used it to open doors. I realize from what we talked about yesterday that if that bolt caster upgrade had been in this slot, they would have paired and some bonus would be given there. And this waveform recycler, if we had put it next to the scanner, there probably would be a bonus there. Chronic, you like the pulse splitter? It's good, you're a fan. Yui, you're off to sleep. Have a nice one. You too. Sleep well. Good to see ya in a little while. To make those items the fastest, way for you was learning the blueprints, and most of those were from the base building quest. To make what items? Not sure which items I'm thinking of. The risk of getting caught in a firestorm, let's just run to that grave. Come back. Is that a little hopping pineapple? It's a pineapple with eyes. Oozing plants. Pure ferrite and sodium, but it's oozing. big front legs and short back legs. Drowned in the seas of Signal led us there in search of, pursued by Abyss, but we couldn't. I wasn't done. So much more to see, so much more to... They're weird to read because not a sentence in them. I obtained the glyph, and with it, the ability to travel to unknown worlds. 3 glyphs. We do seem to be acquiring glyphs successfully today. 3 glyphs. Hey, what's that symbol? Oh, the quest. We got Raid the Depot. Raid the Depot. Well, at least it gave us a waypoint. Want to try raiding a depot? Or should I ditch that? Remember how well things went when we got stuck with a wanted level that we couldn't ditch yesterday? We had to flee through a portal. Ship. Am I headed to that? That's too far. If we want, we can take the ship. You can try it, just expect a fight with sentinels. And a requirement to take them out? Or just a need to avoid dying while you do other stuff? Makes sense. Take these buildings out. As far as the refiners, like the large ones that may not be working right, which came up in chat yesterday, how about the medium ones? Do they work? Because we need to make a base that we can make a medium refinery in and make some deuterium. Or just start thinking about being able to craft things that require medium refineries at some point. Do our first break. Maybe this is a good point to take that break. It's a few minutes early, but before we leave this planet and go somewhere else. Chronic, you think they have the same issue as well? It's the recipe system itself that's borked, not just one type of refiner. So if you needed to make, if we were going to make that scatter, what did you call it? Pulse splitter? That's the one I was thinking of. When our journal tells us to make. No, I already ditched that other. I don't know. What was it? I was sworn. So the scatter blaster, we just need a little more pugnium. At one point I had a secondary quest to make this. Guess I abandoned it to clear it out. We wouldn't have gotten any reward besides completing the item, right? I think the quest is just there to help guide you through making the item. But we need to kill a sentinel or 3 to get the pugnium for that scatter blaster. But try raiding the depot. Let me take that break and then decide. The scatter blaster is a shotgun, by the way. I bet that works though, because everything gets up in your face. How often are you fighting from a distance? The dogs get right up on you, the sentinels come right up in your face. So I can see that working. All right, back in a few. Stay tuned.